Everybody, welcome back to Spacewalk. Glad to have you with us again for this next segment. This is the used to be former Stainthorps building on the corner of Main Street in Grant, formerly the Masonic Hall, and actually was built by Andrews and Hickman back in the 1900s. So, historic building. It's been, the ground floor has been vacant since Stainthorpe moved out, and Steve and Dean purchased this about 3 years ago. They've done an extensive amount of work here, and we're going to walk through and take a look at some of those improvements and talk about what the opportunities are for in that building. Basically, we're on the ground floor right now. I think Cassie's got the outside photo shot for you here. This is set up for multi-tenancy, the building. This is our two separate spaces here on this ground floor, and then of course the back of this ground floor is taken up by the Growler Cafe. Excellent place to eat, drink, and enjoy Chris's interesting fare, so I suggest you try that out. But right now we're looking at these empty spaces. This is divided into two, it can be divided into sections. Could be leased in both, in one section also. Pretty much it's about 1,300 square feet on each side. One side is a little bit larger than the other. You can see that they tore out the old false ceiling and exposed the original architecture. You can see these exposed brick walls here, the exposed beam ceilings. You notice these pockets. These are kind of interesting. You see these holes in the wall, and they're at multi-level. What that is when they built those walls back in 1900, that was their scaffolding station. They put their scaffolding, so they build the next segment of the wall, and then they move it on up again, and kind of left it with that. That was what we did, how we did things in the day. This is slab-on-grade construction, so we've got a lot of opportunity for types of applications in the space, whether it's retail or could be office space, salons, could be just anything that needs exposure, and of course the walk score is excellent for this space. We've got a large city parking lot right across the street, and multiple restaurants close by. It's just a nice, excellent location for that. And there is no off-street parking needed for this space. However, there's a city lot just across the kitty door in the corner over here, and there's ample on-street parking in and around the area. So it's wide open for that application there. Still some things to do, of course, depending on what the tenant's needs are. This space is highway, or actually central commercial zoning, so those things are absolutely ready to go per the city planner. We have kind of the vanilla shell here in place. The HVAC is installed, of course, all new electrical upgrade. They actually installed all new sprinkler system, retrofitted that, which was extremely expensive, including the fire hydrant out front. And so it's a safe application there. I want you to take a look at this too, because this was another large check that they wrote in the seismic upgrade of the building. This whole front of the building was sketchy at best, and they poured all new foundations. You can see a lot of steel work here. This goes up both floors, all the way through the ceiling. Had to create special brackets to tie into the cast iron beam that they thought they could just weld to, but it ended up being cast iron, so they couldn't, so they had to actually bolt onto that. A lot of seismic upgrades for safety, and know that this building is going to be around for another 100 years by taking those steps and doing it the right way. Beautiful outside front, actually paint's coming, and so it's going to be a real showcase here when we get just another 30, 60 days down the road here to take a look at that. Just again, we're just showcasing this for looking for available space to something to tie up and utilize for us here. Kind of walk you through, so you can see pretty much it's the main floor here. I'll take you back in here. There's a storeroom available on this side for either the whole space or half. But we also have a common area back here with two brand new ADA bathrooms, men's and women's, and just nice stuff, well done, very, very clean and ready for use there. And then again, we've got the ladies' room back here. And multiple, you can see HVAC sources, which are brand new, installed for heating and cooling. So very comfortable, very efficient, ready for use. So I think that pretty much covers our downstairs. Again, there's multiple things that are ready to go for flexibility-wise. Salon, you can adjust plumbing, electrical. Each side is separately metered. They put brand new bases in. A lot of Hill Electric did all of the upgrades of everything. So it's just really ready and waiting. So that's our downstairs space. Again, this could be a division wall, so it could be two separate spaces. You can see there's multiple entries there. That's where you go. Or if need be, we can make it just one space. So let me take you upstairs, because that's Cassie's favorite. This is the stairway off of Grant Street going upstairs. There's also one off the back by the Growler, which also has a stairwell and an elevator. So it's ADA accessible for the upstairs. This is still kind of raw space. This was where the Masons had their hall and the meeting room, Rainbow Girls, that kind of a thing. So it's kind of a big, wide open space. Again, you can see the side roof that goes all the way to the ceiling here. Very extensive, along with all the fire suppression that's still in play. This space has a small kitchen, which can stay or can be retro, depending on what the needs are of the tenant. But it could be a very good event space set up for gatherings and or possible wedding venues. Things like that. There's lots of space here. It does have a couple small bathrooms, very small. However, that's something that can be negotiated in for. Again, an event center would need a larger bathroom, and they've already looked at those plans. But the views from these upstairs windows are kind of fun, right? Directly east here off Grant Street. You can see the older windows there. These are the original windows that face the east here. The ones that face south were retroed someplace back in the 40s or 50s, I would imagine, because those original window spaces are still there. They just brought them down and covered them up with that lovely stuff of the old days. Anyway, so huge open space here. Let me see if I got lights in the back. Give me a break once I get some lights on. I'm not prepared. Oh, I smell the growler. I'm hungry. Yes. Yeah, see, we didn't have this last time. Can you smell that? You can smell the Growler Cafe because there's some open hole in the floor. This is what is the Masonic Hall. So kind of another big open space. It could be, like we said, a wedding venues opportunity for events, that kind of thing. Small convention. There's a lot of different opportunities that exist here. It's just kind of raw space right now is what it is. This way, we step on the blocks, there's the hole. Big ventilation, and here's the elevator, kind of reception area from downstairs. This is the other stairwell access on the west side of the building, and then the alley access back here. And so this storeroom here is where the bathrooms will probably end up being Currently there's one here, very, very small ladies' room, and I think the men's room is actually downstairs for the space, but you know, it hasn't been used for several years, so that's kind of the deal. I'm not going to walk you down the long hall. We'll go back that way, but anyway, so that's our upstairs space. We really appreciate you guys taking a look at this. If you have any questions on what can or can't do up here, I'd be happy to help you with that. Bill Flesher, 541-905-3258, and we'll see you on the next spacewalk.